Alright, y'all, this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. It's EKB TV. You're watching the Vintage Cigar. We're back with a very special edition. Why is this special? Keelan, what makes this one different from any other episode of the Vintage Cigar that you've done? It's a really good question. And what really separates this from everything else that I've done is this is the final episode on the rooftop. There will be no more shows up here. There will be no more conversations from the rooftop. There will be no more lives. There will be no more anything of the sort. I'm finally moving away from here. It's been 3 years of the Vintage Cigar. It's been 3 years of me working this channel. It's been 3 years of me spending a lot of time and a lot of effort, pouring my blood, sweat, and tears into this channel, building this community, building up subscribers, and making friends and discussing cigars, having some great moments, some bloopers, you name it. I've been through it in these few years. It's just kind of crazy that this is coming to an end. So it's only one thing to do. It's time to light up my favorite cigar. We're going with the Añejo Shark. That's how we're going to cap this off. Not Añejo. What am I doing? We're going with the Eye of the Shark. And behind me is Mount Fuji. I climbed that mountain this year. I wanted to light that cigar up there, didn't get a chance to do it. For my birthday, sitting in the same spot, I lit up the cigar maybe 2 years ago. And there's no cigar on the planet that I love more. There's no place on this earth that I love smoking cigars more than this place where I'm sitting right now. There's no place I would rather be than with you guys. So, Cuban cut. Beautiful. We're going to light this bad boy, have a conversation, and say goodbye. And saying goodbye is a really important thing here, man. Some things I got to talk to you guys about. I just filled this thing up. I should have more fire in here. There you go. Maybe I need to turn it up a little bit more. Let's crank it up. There you go. As I was saying, some things that I want to talk to you guys about. Some stuff that I need to get off the chest. I mean, that's what you do when you smoke your best cigars, right? You kick back and you talk some things out. Get some shit off your chest. So here's the importance of this. This is what makes this important. I did everything I could with this channel, like the art of a review, doing top 10 lists, buyer's guides, introducing new people to this channel. People who are new to cigars, all of that. You want them to feel welcome. You want people to understand cigars, and you want people to know what it's like to be a part of this culture. And along the way, I've met some great people: Adam, Peter, uh, the new wave cats like Steven, P. Rowland. Man, I can go down the list. Messi, like God, it's so many people. Just off the top of my head, man. That I'm sorry if I didn't name anybody, but this channel and this community has meant a lot to me for the past 3 years. God, that's getting that cherry flavor right away. God, I love the cigar, man. Now it's pepper. It's such a beautiful cigar. Cedar. But you meet all these people along the way and you grow. And when I came up here on this cigar initially, I was smoking like US Monte Cristos, like the Platinum series, the White series. I was smoking Alec Bradley, and it was like, what's the name of that cigar? Like the Black Market. I smoked a lot of Milanios, but to see the development and the growth and just smoking my best cigars and trying to smoke the cigars, finding the cigars that I wanted to smoke and developing my palate, developing the way that I speak on the microphone, the way that I talk into a camera, the way I edit videos. Like I did all of this. I took my time on this rooftop, watching the sunset, learning about cigar leaves, learning about how to light your cigar, and everything that I tried to learn on the way and I tried to absorb from this culture and absorb from other people. I tried to put that out so other people could get a feel for that and get an understanding of what this whole thing is about. You put your music into it, you put your favorite movies, you put your soul into it, you tell personal stories. You guys learn about, my friends, you learn about people who passed away in my life. You guys learned a little bit about everything. You learned about my birthday, that stuff that I normally don't tell people. Like you guys know the cigars that I love, you know the cigars that I'm okay with, you know the cigars that I hate. And to get the comments and everybody, you know, sending cigars, discussing cigars, and going through the whole nine, just like the depth of the relationships that were built and the amount of information and everything that I learned. It's kind of crazy that you get to a major chapter in your life and things have to start to evolve and to change, and you got to give up some of the things that you fell in love with. I don't think you guys understand like what this view means to me. I don't think you guys understand like I had never seen anything like this in my life growing up. 40 years and all the places that I had gone, the people that I've been around, I never ever thought I would see anything like this. I come from a tiny little town, and the only thing that was my town that was known for was fast food, factories, farms, and football. That was my world. Not me personally, but that's what this little town was all about. And the only other place that I knew was Hampton Roads, Virginia. That's it. For the first half of my life, for 20 years, that was my experience. And then to go out, I've seen the Grand Canyon and I've seen, all the heights of New York. And I was able to travel down to Florida. We went to the Bahamas, uh, San Francisco, San Diego, Chicago during St. Patrick's Day. Been to Louisiana, Mardi Gras. Do just, you see some things. But when I got here, never seen anything like it. One of the most amazing things I'd ever seen. And I get to wake up every day and see Mount Fuji, or I see one of the greatest sunsets that I've ever seen. And I look over one of the greatest beach towns, and I can just watch people. I can watch the colors change in the sky. I can watch this mountain change. And I can stretch, wake up in the morning, light a good cigar, and that's my life. That's my experience. And I don't know what I did to deserve that. I honestly, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what put that favor for me. I'm just a kid, a country boy, that grew up in the middle of nowhere. And the only thing my town is known for is Todd Gurley, maybe Kevin Bryant, both football players. Sarah Lee, if you guys eat cake, that's it. I wasn't supposed to see anything like this. I wasn't supposed to experience anything like this. And it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of bittersweet at the same time that, I'm still going to be in Japan, but I'm moving to Sasebo, 15, 18 hours away, long drive, a totally different world, far away from Tokyo, far away from Kawasaki, far away from Yokohama, and it's a whole new experience. But I spent 3 years sitting on this rooftop talking to you guys through this camera the same way I'm doing right now. And I built my brand. I created something that's a part of my identity. And all the stuff that I learned traveling throughout this country, raising kids. When I got here, my kids were around 4 years old between the two of them, respectively. They're a year and a half apart. And being that they're 10 and 8 now, I helped them through the pandemic and I helped them, try to learn a language. I helped them meet new friends and I taught them how to fend for themselves. I taught them all about YouTube. I taught just being a dad and doing all this stuff that is out here. And at the same time, like trying to create something for myself that wasn't just about my kids. I wanted to have something that was my baby, that was my identity. And you guys have helped me do that. Like you guys have been a major part of me getting by. And the conversations, commenting, subscribing to the channel, and just sending the DMs, sending cigars out, just sending letters, checking on me when things got rough. We were working hard, and life got in the way. You guys always send out support. When family and friends passed away, you guys are there for support. Like you can't help but be grateful for all of that. People showing off my logo, people mentioning me to other brands, sending my show off to, people who are seasoned in the cigar industry. And I'm just a little small dude with a little tiny channel. But the fact that, so many people have shown love, man, it's unreal. And I'm grateful. And it's been many hours, many days that I just sat up here and reflected on that. And I would sit up here until nighttime, sometimes until the sunrise, editing videos, smoking a cigar, just watching the lights twinkle or the sunset or the sunrise. Like I've seen it all from this point of view. And it was all because I love this leaf. I love these cigars. I love the people who love cigars. And I love what this community brings. But that being said, it's a lot of things that I did not fall in love with that came with this whole lifestyle and with this culture. I have some new things that I need to work on, and then some things that I need to develop. And some of those things are just myself. I still got these kids to raise. I still got a wife. Still got nieces and nephews in the States. So when I decided to make this move, I decided I wanted to change some things. And I got tired, honestly, of fighting with the algorithm. And I got tired of trying to smoke cigars for other people, and that wasn't part of my identity. I got tired of, dancing for the cigar industry and, trying to see if I could get people's attention or, trying to see if, we can get this thing noticed and just try to make a change so you weren't just doing the same thing over and over. And just due to circumstance, due to just some of my timing, just due to how the internet works, I just don't feel like the fruit has grown enough on this tree. I don't feel like it developed enough for me to roll with it. So this is kind of a long way of saying that I won't be doing cigar reviews anymore. Um, that's not gonna stop right away. I got to go back to doing this move. The house is empty, and we're staying in a hotel right now. So this is my last cigar up here. This is not going to be the last video, but this is going to be the last video coming from this area. This, from what you guys have been watching, this is the last time you're going to see this. And I'll say that's a milestone. And I'll say this is it's a beautiful thing. But I kind of stopped loving the process of this. And I wasn't fulfilled anymore. It's kind of funny that when I would do the lives with you guys and, I could correspond with you guys directly and we could talk cigars, we could talk sports, talk music, and just talk Japan. That part I fell in love with. So that's not going to stop. I'm still going to come on and do the lives. And in the coming weeks, probably until the end of the year, I'm going to put out a couple of things that I promised you guys that I was going to put out. I'm going to do my Cuban discussion. I'm going to do a couple more top 10 lists. I'm going to do the end of the year list. And I'm going to be doing the live with the fellas. And I'm going to be doing the live with some of the other people that are doing channels. You got, Stick God Travels. I feel like that's someone that you guys should go check out his channel and kind of see what's going on. Smoke What You Like. Go check him out. Smoke him if you got him. There are a lot of other reviewers that are out there that you guys don't know that I'm associated with that, I appreciate that still love this. They still love taking the time and talking to you guys about cigars and finding flavor notes. Filming shorts and all that kind of stuff. I loved it. But it's time for me to move on. It's time for the vintage cigar to try to find bigger pastures and a larger earth and a bigger place to go. The brand is not dead. I'm not dead. The channel is not completely dead. But just doing the reviews and, putting money in other people's pockets and bringing light to, their companies and doing all of that kind of stuff, and I'm not getting the same back and I'm not doing the same for myself, that part has to change. So I probably would have done this a long time ago, to be honest with you guys, but I just didn't want to leave the people who have supported me, who have watched this channel for so many years. I didn't want to leave them behind. And then a lot of new people, have been coming on and was like, hey man, I just saw your last short, you got a new subscriber. Man, I just found this channel and you got a new subscriber. I didn't want to leave any of those people behind. So it took me a while to decide, do I want to, finally end this thing? And it's time, man. It's that moment. It's time for this to become something else. Hopefully when I'm in the States, I can do something, with the vintage cigar and make this maybe a brick and mortar, something that's tangible, and turn it into something else. We're gonna see. But as far as just, me click and record like this and writing scripts and building up different ideas and taking notes and comparing cigars and doing all that, it's time for some other people to show you guys the ropes and show you guys what to do. And I loved it for these 3 years. I had a great time. And I can't tell you how much I love everybody that is hearing my voice right now and has made it, 20 minutes in right now to have this conversation with me. I hope you guys, still come on to the lives and still have conversation with me. I hope you guys come on with me and the New Wave guys. I hope you guys subscribe to other, cigar reviewers and take the time and show them the love that y'all showed me, man, because it's been a beautiful thing. And you guys mean everything. Like everybody, all of you guys are exceptional. I hope you guys will still comment on the videos that you watch because I'm not taking anything down. I hope you guys, reach out to me on Instagram. I'm still gonna be there. The Vintage Cigar. Somebody the other day couldn't find it, and it was put in Vintage Cigar. And you need that the Vintage Cigar. Check me out there. Send me a DM. I'm still gonna be around and still gonna be available for that. So things are not dead, but I did want you guys to know from me that I won't be doing the reviews or the top tens anymore once this year is over. So my last hurrah is gonna be my end of the year list. I'm gonna take the time to do that. I don't know what my setting is gonna be, Because once I reach, my new city, everything is going to be different. We got to hit the ground running. We got to, find a place to live. We got to set up the place to live. I got to find a new cigar lounge. I got to find all these different things. And hopefully I can take you guys along for that ride as well. But I hope you guys are not upset with me. I hope you're not disappointed with me. But I didn't want to up and just disappear on you guys. I want to let you know exactly what's happening and why I got to the place where I am right now, how I got to the point. Cigar Alchemist, John described it as a burnout. And in a way, it is. And in a way, it is. But it's not quite burnout. It's something a little bit more complex than that. It's really like a moment of soul searching and rebuilding. And sometimes you got to destroy in order to rebuild. So I got to break this whole thing down. I got to tear this down and actually develop something greater and something more. There's some things that I wanted to do with my old career, and I want to build that up. I want to turn my old career into my new career. So I got to sharpen my knives. I got to sharpen my skills. I got to sharpen my brain up again in order to do that. And then another thing that's important is there the other channels that I have on YouTube. I got to launch one channel, and then I got to revive another channel. So I hope you guys will support that. I'll let you guys know through the Vintage Cigar when that kicks off. Uh, I will be doing the 80s remote. 80s remote is going to be all about me reviewing old movies from the 80s, stuff that I found and I watched in my childhood, and then reviewing it now as an adult. And then I'm going into deep detail. And you guys know how I am. It's still going to be the same soul. It's still going to be the same vibe. Just me kind of putting my spirit and my energy into that. And then I'm going to redo while I'm in Japan, since I'm going to be in another part of Japan. So I hope you guys take the time to watch those channels and check those out. Um, I'm still going to be smoking cigars, but just not nearly as often. And that's another big reason. It's just for hygiene purposes. I'm just not feeling smoking as many cigars that I've been smoking. And it's really hard to do reviews for you guys and trying to get cigars here in Japan. And, it's really hard to do all of that and to be a father and, to do all the things that I want to do and smoke, you know, 6 cigars a week. I just can't do it. And I can't do it and smoke cigars to really be able to absorb and love the cigars the way I wanted to. It became an obligation instead of a hobby. And I miss my hobby. And this is one of my favorite hobbies. I wanted to do it in a way that I could still relax and still talk about cigars and love cigars and not feel like Matt would say, like a fiduciary. I hope I'm saying that right. I know the word, it just doesn't feel right coming off. But I don't want it to be all business until it's all business. Because if it's going to be business, then there should be more in return. And the only thing I really got in return was the support from you guys. That's it. So I got to take care of my health, got to take care of my body. And I'm not scared. I'm not addicted to cigars. And it was nothing like that. But it's just like, it's a way that I want to do this that I can't do it reviewing cigars and focusing on the channel. That being said, thank you guys for rocking with me, man. Thanks for being a major part of the Vintage Cigar and allowing the channel to even reach the status that it did. I know it's not the biggest channel on the internet, but I really feel like, man, I really feel like everybody that has supported this channel, you guys have been the best viewers in the world. And I cannot be more sincere when I say that. You guys have been phenomenal. If I do a live, I feel like the amount of people that come in and can stay with me. I did a 5 hour live, and that thing didn't drop below 10 viewers for just this small channel. That's difficult, man. And to have people come in and stay with me and to keep chopping it up with me and to keep coming back and the comment and the comments are going off and people asking questions and people chopping it up with each other and forming friendships, and they all doing that because of the Vintage Cigar. Dude, that's dope. That is the craziest thing. And I never thought it would happen like that. I can still remember only having 120 subscribers. I can still remember, I would put out a video and I would only get, you know, in 2 days, maybe 20 or 30 views. And then have that grow into, you know, I think my largest episode has like 14K for a cigar review. Are you, what? What? How crazy is that, man? 3,000 people have taken the time to subscribe to my channel because they like my shorts, because they like the top 10, because they like the buyer's guide, because they like I want the smoke, because they like me, because they like the cigars that I was reviewing. They like my palette. That kind of stuff you can't purchase. You can't buy that. And you can't put a price on it. You can't put a value on it. And there's nothing that is just more invigorating for a person to really build those kind of connections. And you guys did that. And I thank you. It means a lot, man. That being said, it's time for me to sit back and enjoy this view one last time, watch the sunset, and sign out for the last time, man. This is it. This has been the Vintage Cigar. This has been your man EKB for the past 3 years, going on 4. And I love y'all. And I appreciate, excuse me, and I appreciate y'all. I value y'all, man. Thank you for making this channel everything that it was. Thank you for making this time that I spent here in Zushi, Japan, one of the best experiences I've ever had in life. But it's time to turn the page. So y'all stay cool, keep smoking, and I'm out.